Welcome back, CTBzodiac channel. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the zodiac sign videos. Astrological signs that appear gentle on the surface, but are actually enthusiastic about taking risks, dislike following rules and regulations, and have the ability to say yes while secretly having strong opinions. As the saying goes, the rebellion of an honest person is more fierce. It is unclear whether they suppress themselves or whether they are naturally inclined to adventure. Some people often appear respectful, humble, and courteous, but in reality, they dislike following rules and regulations. They may seem compliant, but they possess great wisdom. These signs may have strong contrasts in their personality. So, which signs are they? 1. Cancer. Many Cancerians are delicate in their thoughts and do not appear showy in their words and actions. However, this is because Cancerians do not want to stand out too much and they are unwilling to confront others directly. However, Cancerians' seeming compliance does not mean that they have a meek heart. On the contrary, their inner world is often like a stormy sea. They can only hide their emotions and thoughts. In fact, many times, Cancerians do not hide their feelings well, and they can appear depressed and hurt. However, they never blame or harm others. They would rather swallow their own suffering than give off a sharp impression. In reality, Cancerians are very determined and adventurous. They actually yearn for an exciting and eventful life and do not want to settle for a mundane existence. Sometimes, Cancerians pursue a vivid personality beneath their honest exterior. They often display a strong contrast in their personality. The greater the contrast, the more exciting and interesting it is for them. They often hide their true selves and allow others to guess and feel instead of giving off a straightforward impression. So, Cancerians may surprise you and suddenly make a move. Many people may not realize how much Cancerians do behind the scenes, but when they reveal their true selves, it is often unbelievable. 2. Pisces. Many Pisces people often have a gentle appearance and may even seem quiet and reserved. However, Pisces tend to show different sides of themselves to different people, and even at different times, their outer appearance can vary. Therefore, it is possible that Pisces can appear very different to friends at different stages of their life, to the point where you may find it difficult to see the full picture of who they are. Many Pisces only show their suitable personality to certain people. In other words, they only show the parts they are willing to reveal, but Pisces have many hidden depths. They have a deep, complex, and ever-changing personality, and most importantly, they are very good at hiding it. Sometimes, even if you try to dig deeper, they can skillfully avoid your questions and suspicions. They may use silence to replace everything, or they may use a compliant appearance to avoid all questioning. This makes many Pisces appear simple on the surface, but they have great energy and often have surprising determination and destructive power in places others can't see. They can be very stubborn in doing what they believe is right, regardless of other people's emotions. Many Pisces often have contrasting qualities, and they also enjoy taking risks. However, they will not take risks easily if the timing is not right. 3. Gemini. Gemini people often appear low-key in a crowd, and while they may seem smart and witty, their presence is not always noticeable. Because Gemini understands how to avoid all conflicts and hidden dangers, they can detect where crises may exist in their environment and steer clear of them. Gemini is very good at finding clever ways to distance themselves from any suspicion. They are often slippery like an eel, to the point where you cannot sense any information about Gemini, whether it is their preferences or personality. Therefore, many Geminis also have a compliant side. They are good at bowing their heads, and they are good at gaining others' favor. They can do anything to fit in with a group and may even show a submissive side. However, despite their compliant appearance, Gemini is very intelligent and wise. They know how to hide their sharpness, but that doesn't mean they don't have sharp thoughts. On the contrary, Gemini always knows what they should do and how to do it for their own benefit. They may look simple, but in reality, Gemini is a very difficult person to control and understand. They are far more powerful and difficult to deal with than you may imagine.